So for those founders who are thinking of like starting a job or they are already starting it, then what is the one thing that they should know about startup funding?
Um, it's not easy to get funding in Vietnam. I have to say that up front right now. And the reason is because you look at startup funding. There's a few stages, right? There's a friends and family stage where basically you get money from your
Yes,
friends and
and
families.
fools.
Yeah, something like that, and then maybe angel investors or individual wealthy people who have some money and they want to invest into small project with that hopefully get returns later. And then comes institutional investors, which breaks down to incubator, accelerator, venture capital funds, and then later on private equity funds and post IPO capital market funds. So every step there are funding, but in Vietnam right now, I think there's a gap. So you get some angel money, like friends, family, and angel investors, and then maybe some seed funding like the very first round funding, right? But then after that, the funding get a bit less and less and less. So it's hard, and that's because I think our ecosystem hasn't gotten to a point where there's enough like major deals. For example, the biggest deal ever recorded in financial technology in Vietnam is like VNPay, and that was SoftBank. But that took about 7 years, like 8 years into fintech started in Vietnam to get to that point. And only recently the Momo VNPay, right? And another thing is I think a lot of because startup becoming such a hype in Vietnam, everyone is jumping in. It's like, oh, I'm doing this. It's a startup. I'm running a coffee shop. It's a startup. It is a startup, but it's not the kind of startup that investor would VCs like venture capital fund would invest in. We generally like fast scaling, fast growing, highly scalable models, and a lot of those models are often technology. So you're running like a coffee chain. There's a high chance that a lot of funds might pass on you because it's not fast scaling, at least in our consideration. However, you're running like a software service company, building the say a better CRM for kitchens, for like restaurant. And yeah, that would be something that we interested in hearing more. So how are you gonna do it? What are you doing? How you get the customer to sign up? So that sort of thing.